All right, Combat Convo. We back. You know what it is, man. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the content. Also, too, I'll be seeing people watch our videos, but you're not subscribed. So you might as well subscribe. You're already here, and you'll get our daily videos every day, every other day, or when they come out. Make sure you hit that notification bell too. So, The Rock. The Rock wants to play like Luke Cage, huh?
Yeah, man. That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. I'll let you start off first with this one.
I don't know if I believe it. I think that him being Black Adam and that really not working out for him, which I got a whole reason why, and it had nothing to do with him. But we could talk about that in a second. But I don't think it's a good move. I think that him being Luke Cage, first of all, Luke Cage is dark as hell. He's not. Let's get that out the way. Number two, that's career suicide if you jump from DC to Marvel. You never do that. You never jump from DC to Marvel.
Well,
You
I mean,
don't do it.
there has been some actors that have done it.
Jump from DC to
Dude,
Marvel
dude that played Deadpool, he did it,
to my
wasn't
Ryan
he?
Reynolds, but that was what. But that was before.
Ryan
That
Reynolds
was
was Green Lantern.
yeah, I know. But that was before comic book movies was popular. He did it, but that was before they were really big. Which
Yeah.
I'm gonna get into. They're on the decline now. It's over for comic book movies. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They're done.
Even after even after you seen the trailer
Flash,
to the Flashpoint, you seen the trailer to Flashpoint?
it's over for comic book movies.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know,
tell you
man.
why.
The Flashpoint movie looked pretty good.
I ain't saying. Listen, I'm not saying they can't produce nothing, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you get into it, and I'm gonna break down why it's over for comic book movies, and I'm gonna tell you the key elements that they're missing, and all it's all because of Marvel. It's all because of Marvel, and I don't mean I don't say that because I like DC a little better. I'm just saying I'm gonna tell you exactly why, but go ahead and explain this to you how you feel about The Rock being trying to
Well,
be.
for one, like I'm just like you. I thought he was trolling. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I didn't really take it too serious because I didn't see too many people talking about it. But at the same time, that is The Rock. He mentioned a few key people that are working for Marvel. So I'm like, is he really serious? Does he really want to play Luke Cage? Because Luke Cage is dark, man. Luke Cage is a dark brother. Um, I mean, he has the look. He has the look for Luke Cage. Um, but I don't see him playing a Luke Cage because Luke Cage is darker and his voice is a little bit deeper too. Luke Cage's voice is a little bit deeper. I'm not sure how that will work with with The Rock and his soprano voice and Luke Cage his baritone voice. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. You know what I mean? Maybe little special effects here and there on his voice or something. I don't know, but I can't see him playing Luke Cage. It just don't seem right to me. You know what I mean? Like I said, he got the physique, he got the body type for Luke Cage, but I'm not sure I can see him doing that. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why I don't see him doing it, but you know what I mean. That's for another time. But you know, I just don't see him playing Luke Cage. I can't really see it. But if he's really serious and Hollywood's really serious on making a Luke Cage movie, I'm pretty sure if he's the first candidate and they want him to play it, I'm pretty sure they'll find a way to make it work for everybody. But
I'm
I, you know,
I'm gonna tell you why he's not gonna play Luke Cage. Cause the other guy is still he's still acting. That's one too. Just imagine if The Rock was to play Luke Cage and they still got the other guy. That
Well, I
wouldn't
mean, they've done this already though. They've had the movies separated from the actual
not no
TV shows.
not in this case. Not in this case because Daredevil was on She-Hulk, and Daredevil
But
comes
that's
from
a
hell.
TV show though.
What do you mean? The same actor.
Well, Daredevil never Daredevil standalone movie had Ben Affleck.
That was old
Ben,
though.
huh? Yeah,
That's
it was
old.
old. But what I'm saying is, this what I'm saying, right? All the years, you know what I'm saying, whether it's back then or whether it's now, we've always seen both comic book companies separate the two universes as far as the TV shows in the actual movies. You know what I'm saying? We never see this. We never see the same character that plays on a TV show actually plays the character in the movie. Flash, prime example. The guy that plays Flash on the TV show does not play Flash in the actual movie. You know what I'm saying? You know,
But
the same
that's
thing in
only in
Marvel.
certain cases though. That's only in certain cases, right? So I'm gonna give you an
Mhm,
example, right?
mhm.
I could guarantee you that the guy that plays Daredevil is gonna continue to play Daredevil even when they present him in the movie, because they're gonna present him in the movie the same way Loki was presented in a movie, and now he has a TV show. Same thing with Hawkeye. Same thing with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. All these people, they do have movies, but now they have TV shows. They're not going to get rid of the dude that played Luke Cage, and replace him with The Rock in the movie, when everybody's going to say, well, why would they do that when they could just use him, and they using all these other people? Because I would put it to you like this: you rarely see characters change on Marvel now. They're already solidified. All their characters are already solidified. Every one of them. So you ain't gonna see a new Luke Cage. You ain't gonna see it, because unless the guy can't play Luke Cage, that just totally just goes against everything. You know what I'm saying? That they
No,
did.
you're right.
You get what I'm saying? So I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, when it comes to Marvel, although, and I'll get into it in a second, but although they got their shit together, you know what I'm saying? Although they created a bad environment for comic book movies, they got they shit together when it comes to the characters. You know what I'm saying? Because all the characters stays the same over 10 15 year period. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let you go ahead, because I got a lot to say on why I believe this whole thing is where it's at today.
Well, I mean, you you're on point with what you said. Like, is uh, a lot of the Marvel guys, stick to their characters as far as the movies and the TV shows. Yeah, it's true. Um, but I do believe in some cases, depending on the character, what I mean, they might just do that. But that's not saying that I agree with The Rock playing Luke Cage. I
Mm-hmm.
don't agree with that because I just can't see him playing Luke Cage. I don't know. I just don't. It just doesn't. To me it wouldn't fit. The Rock could play a lot of Marvel characters, but Luke Cage is not one of them. You know what I mean? I can see him doing. There's a lot of Marvel characters out there that he could play. I can't name them off the top of my head, but if I'm to really dig, there's about there's characters I see in my head right now, right off the bat, that he could play those characters. But I don't see Luke Cage being one of them. I just
I
don't
think
see.
I think just to bounce off the Rock thing, I think the Rock jumped into the comic book genre a little bit too late. Um, and here's the reason why. See, after Endgame, you had one. I would say you had a couple of good movies far as from DC. So Endgame came out. After that, Marvel was done for me. Like every one of their movies after that wasn't that good. And it's not because they couldn't have been that good. It's because they have a certain message that they're trying to convey to a certain demographic of people. I'm just going to leave it at there. You know what I'm saying?
No.
They keep pushing this ideology on everybody and people don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? And it's the reason why they're losing. They're not gaining any more anything. People are actually leaving them. A reason why it hurts DC because let's just be clear here. DC was all over the place. You know what I'm saying? You had Zack Snyder, who has his own vision, and to me is probably the best vision in the comic book world. But the studio didn't like his vision because it was too dark. You know what I'm saying? They wanted something more like Marvel. So when Zack Snyder stepped away from Justice League, Joss Whedon jumped in. And once he jumped in, he ruined everything. Because now because Joss Whedon worked on the Avengers. Now everybody was trying to chase that look, that aesthetic, instead of just staying the course of what Zack was trying to produce. So when Zack comes back, he comes out with Justice League, the Zack Snyder version of Justice League. Now, the standard of comic book movies have went up because Endgame, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and a few others, but anything below that is below that. There's nothing that can come close to those movies because those are the pinnacle of DC and the pinnacle of Marvel. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
anything anybody produces is not good. So now what they're doing is people are writing these stories that are not true to the characters. And again, The Rock comes in too late because when The Rock came in, he came in as Black Adam. What The Rock wanted to do was he wanted to take over the DC and he wanted to be the big bad guy. But the problem with that is in the comic books, Black Adam isn't the big bad guy. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's a lot going on DC half. Marvel got their stuff together, but the problem with Marvel is the message that they're conveying, people don't want to hear it. The problem with DC is you don't have Zack Snyder no more, so now nobody believes in you. It's over for y'all. So I'm saying that the comic book genre, to me as a whole, it's a dying art because you got too many people who don't know about comic books writing these comic books. Or I would say some of them know about comic books, but they're putting their personal feelings into the characters. It's like you can't make Superman a certain way, or you can't make Iron Man a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't make a Falcon, like, you know what I'm saying? Like these guys are how would I say? They're modern day superheroes, but they made them political. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. So I believe that comic books are on its way out, and that just and it now as far as the Flash movie goes, that's if you look at the Flash, all the characters that are in the Flash is from Zack Snyder. Besides Michael Keaton, the Flash is one, Wonder Woman, Ben Affleck's Batman. You know what I'm saying? And then Sasha Calle's Supergirl, but that was supposed to be Henry Cavill's Superman, but I don't know why they replaced it with her. It doesn't make sense to me.
Question, right? What happened to Cyborg?
I don't know.
What did they do with Cyborg? Last time I seen Cyborg was in the Justice League movie, and now I ain't seen Cyborg no more. Like,
All
what
right,
did
I
they do with
I
that
could give
guy?
you a quick story on Cyborg. The guy Ray Fisher, that's his name, right?
It's Victor. I thought it was Victor Stone.
No, his real name is Ray Fisher. His comic book name is Victor Stone, but I'm saying in real life, his name is
Oh
Ray
yeah,
Fisher.
okay, yeah. Well, you know he's from Jersey, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's from Jersey. No, he doesn't live too far from. from the job. Like
Yeah, I didn't know that,
for real.
but
Like
I
people
will
were
say
talking
this.
about it. Yeah.
So what happened with him was, he was working with Josh Whedon. He said
Mm-hmm.
that Josh Whedon was talking down to him, talking down at him as if like he was a kid, and
Mm-hmm.
he felt like he was doing certain things that would consider him the R word. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he went to the higher ups, and they didn't do anything about it. Like it was a guy named Walter Hamada, and there was another lady named Ann Cernoff. He went to these people, and they didn't do anything. Actually, I think Ann Cernoff came a little bit after, but he went to this guy named Toby Enrick and Walter Hamada, and they didn't do anything. They just let it ride. So he had a big issue. It's all over his Twitter. If you look on his Twitter, if you scroll back, he'll say what happened. You know what I'm saying? And so all of this, all of this culminated because they had a big problem with Zack Snyder. Like Warner Brothers has a big problem with Zack Snyder, and they don't really tell you why they have a big problem with him, but they have a problem with him. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I think because he has such a cult following, and they know that doing something to him is detrimental to them, even though he's not even there anymore. Zack Snyder left Warner Brothers like almost 2 years ago, and people are still talking about him. They just did yesterday on Valentine's Day. They did a what they call sell Zack Snyder's Justice League to Netflix. They did it was like a whole campaign. Like these people, when it comes to Snyder, they are kind of, it's like he has a cult following, like a true cult following, not something like if you just type his name in YouTube, put Zack Snyder, and you'll see millions of videos of people making stuff of him because they're obsessed with his work. So he hired Ray Fisher. He brought Ray Fisher on. And then when he left, he spoke out about it. He said, yo, they treated him wrong when I wasn't here. They did him wrong. So he hired Ray Fisher for his other movies. And now Ray Fisher is in Zack Snyder's new movie. You know what I'm saying?
What movie's that?
He got a new movie coming out called Rebel Moon. It don't come out till December. And again, type in Rebel Moon. If you don't know anything about Zack Snyder, just type his name in Google, and you see article. People are obsessed with the man's work. You know what I'm saying? So what Ray Fisher was saying was like, these people are just, they're not good people. You know what I'm saying? And when this guy named David Zaslav, he came in, he brought Warner Brothers was brought by Discovery. Discovery brought all these networks up. So when they brought up Warner Brothers, he appointed James Gunn to be the CEO of Warner Brothers Studios. James Gunn is the guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy. He did a movie called Brightburn. I don't know if you ever seen that. It's kind of like Superman's son. Guardians of the Galaxy 1, 2, and 3. And he did Suicide Squad. The new one, not the old one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, me personally, this is my personal opinion. I don't think James Gunn is that good. I think Guardians of the Galaxy was good, the first one. But after that, I just think that he's just like hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he should have been in charge of the studio. That's just my personal opinion. But anyway, so now here we are. So James Gunn, he made this whole new slate, and he fired everybody basically, and now he's starting over again from ground zero. The issue with that is people already invested in these characters. So now, if you're gonna start over, first of all, you got rid of Henry Cavill as Superman. That's the dumbest thing you could have did. Why would you get? That's like getting rid of Tony Stark's Iron Man, Robbie Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. Like if the fans are asking for it, that's what you should do. It's like you're throwing money away to appease yourself. You don't care about what the fans want. You want to do what you want to do. And again, that's another reason why comic book movies is dead, because all these writers, they don't care about the fans. So if they don't care about the fans, the fans don't care about them, so the fans don't go see the movies, or the fans are boycott. Fans that say some stuff. So that's where we at now. And as far as The Rock goes, I think that he should have negotiated and put himself in a position where he could have kept Black Adam going, because and again, I don't want to be throwing the R word around, but how is it that you get rid of The Rock, who had nothing really, he wasn't really directly connected to the DCU, but you get rid of The Rock, but then you keep Todd Phillips' Joker and Matt Reeves' Batman? I don't understand that. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, like I hear you.
You get rid of The Rock, but you keep them, and then you call them Elseworld stories, but you can't keep Black Adam as an Elseworld story? How does that make sense? But anyway, I don't know. That's just my take.
Well, as far as Black Adam, like if I'm not mistaken, he did play a villain for a short stint. Like, cause I remember seeing something where he was fighting Shazam.
No, Shazam. Listen what I'm saying to you. He's a villain. He's an anti-hero or a villain, but he's not no dark side. He's not no Sabbath. He's not no Brainiac. No, absolutely not. He's not none of them. And no. I don't understand how, for the life of me, how DC has never, besides on the TV show, but has never had Brainiac as a main villain in a movie.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. All the Superman movies, I didn't see Brainiac. Of course, I seen him in the cartoons and stuff like that, and of course, he made appearances on the TV shows too. But I never seen him in the movies. Even in movies with Christopher Reeves, I never seen him in those neither.
They only go as far as Zod, and then they created the nuclear dude, which was corny. But it's weird to me. It's weird.
Yeah, it is.
It's very weird that I think a lot of people don't, and I don't want to go on a rant about Brainiac, but a lot of people don't know about Brainiac. A lot of people think that Vision is as strong as Brainiac. A lot of people think that. I just have to laugh. It's like, really? Okay. Either way, man.
I mean, I don't want to compare the two. You know what I mean? But if you basing it off of intellect, then I guess they're kind of the same. But if you're talking about for like superhuman strength, I mean, there's some things that Brainiac can do that Vision can't. You know what I mean? Even though they're very much similar, there's some things Brainiac can do that Vision can't. You know what I mean?
Brainiac can create things out of matter with his mind. Like Brainiac literally is probably under Dr. Manhattan in the Spectre when it comes to powers. Like Thanos with the gauntlet couldn't beat Brainiac. Like that's how Brainiac literally he can beat Galactus. That's how powerful Brainiac is. Like a lot of people don't understand that. They think because they don't really know. But again, I'm not gonna get into that. We'll talk about that on the sketch pad or something. But yeah, we gotta get out of here. Anyway, man, Kombat Konvo, you know what it is, man.
Kombat Konvo.
Yeah. Comic books.